Welcome to the Adopt a Pet Show. All of the animals on today's show are available for adoption at the Pike County Animal Shelter on Likens Creek Road in Pikeville. Call them anytime at 432-6293.
We're at the Pike County Animal Shelter, and here with us is Molly. Kristen, tell us a little bit about Molly.
Molly's been here since the beginning of December. She's about 2-3 years old. She came in with a litter of puppies. All of her puppies, well, they're already had been adopted. Nobody's really interested in hounds, but she is a really sweet dog. She'd be really good with a family with some kids because she is active once she gets out of the cage. Real scared right now, but she would make somebody a really good home.
If I could interject about Molly, you know, hounds are really good with children. They do need a fenced space. You don't want to let them run loose. They're either going to need to be walked on a lead or fenced. And Molly's a little bit underweight, so what she really needs is a home where somebody can fatten her up just a little bit.
Yeah, she came in really skinny with her babies. Believe it or not, she's skinny right now, but she came in a lot worse than that. A lot worse. But she's real sweet. She's a little bit on the shyer side, but she'd make somebody a really good addition to their home.
Brandon, one of the things I've seen about hounds and rescued dogs is they are very shy in the beginning, but sometimes within just a few days or even sometimes weeks, they'll warm up and recognize that they're in a safe place. Of course, she's being taken care of here at the shelter, but what she really needs is a warm bed in front of a fireplace.
Are they just shy by nature, hounds?
Not necessarily.
No, not really. Not really.
And they do bark. You can't say hounds are quiet dogs. Ideally, she'd do well somewhere out in the country.
For more information about Molly, you can call the Pike County Animal Shelter at 432-6293 or come to 527 Likens Creek Road.
We're here with Bruno now at the Pike County Animal Shelter, and Bruno is a young lab mix who is extremely interested in treats, obviously. Tell us a little bit more about Bruno.
Bruno's about 8-9 months old. He's been here since November. He loves other dogs, very energetic, so he needs a yard to run and play in. Older kids, he's good with younger kids, but older kids, somebody that's energetic too, make perfect fit. There's really nothing bad to say about him, but other than he has been here since November, and that's a very long time at a shelter. He's been caged up. We have volunteers that come here and they try to get him out and walk him, but he needs out of here for good. So,
Kristen, what's the adoption fee for a dog?
It's $50. That includes first shots, first deworming, the spay or neuter, Pike County dog tag, and a bag of food. They have to be spayed or neutered, no exceptions, and a cat's $35.
Now, Bruno is only 8 or 9 months old. He's still got a little bit of growing to do.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
He's
just
not
a
going to
little
be
bit.
huge.
No, no.
But this is the kind of dog that's so great for a little boy when he's growing up,
Yeah.
don't you think?
Yeah.
Look at that face. Bruno needs a home, and we hope you'll call the Pike County Animal Shelter. One thing to consider if you're not really going to adopt right now, aren't sure that you want to adopt, would be fostering. One thing that a dog like Bruno could really benefit from is going into a foster home where he can sort of get a taste of what it's like to live with a family. And if you'd like to foster, again, call the shelter, get more information.
Call the shelter at us, 606-432-6293. And just ask to talk to me, Kristen, or just talk to whoever answers the phone. Let us know. We'll get some information and we'll get back with you.
Kristen, and you're here Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 4.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep. Remember, call and ask about Bruno or about fostering. That's the Pike County Animal Shelter.
We're here at the Pike County Animal Shelter with Miss Lacey here, and Kristen, tell us about Lacey.
Lacey has been here since October. Way too long at a shelter to be caged up, and it's hard to get cats out of the cages other than in visitation room to play with them. Very sweet, very loving, litter box trained, likes people, loves kids. She don't mind dogs. She's fine with dogs, other cats. She's excellent. She needs a very warm rug in front of a fireplace to lay on.
I wish you
in
could
a
hear.
house.
I wish you could hear her purring right now.
Yeah, she purrs all the time, and she'll do flip-flops in the cage. She loves to play. Give her a toy, and she's crazy in the cage. She loves toys.
And she's $35.
She's $35. That includes first shots, first deworming, the spay or neuter, and a bag of food. And they have to be spayed or neutered. Everything to get her ready to go home.
I'd also like to mention the animal shelter has a Facebook page where people have basically turned it into a testimonial place. They'll put pictures of the animals they've adopted and talk about how much they love them and how great they are. You can search Pike County Animal Shelter on Facebook and see success stories, I guess,
Yeah.
of people who have adopted animals.
One thing to remember about taking a cat home, if you've never had a cat, is they are the most low-maintenance pets you can have. They'll use the litter box. You can leave food and water out for them, and they're pretty independent. Mostly, they decide that they're living with you and you're taking care of them, and that's about it.
We're at the Pike County Animal Shelter, and with us is Eric. Kristen, what's the story with Eric here?
Eric's been here since the beginning of December. He's right at 6 months old. Don't have much growing to do. He's a beagle and very, very energetic. Loves toys, loves treats, loves dogs. He loves everything. He needs a good yard to run in, get some of this energy out. Needs a family. Beagles are really good for kids. Great family dogs. They do bark. They do want attention, but he's right at 6 months old. He's wonderful.
So at 6 months, he's still got some growing to do.
Yeah, a little bit of growing to do.
But he's got short legs. He's not going to be a very big dog.
No, he's got more beagle than anything in him.
I'm a little worried about Eric's depression. He's clearly a dog that's very sad and doesn't like people. And obviously, I'm joking because he is full of energy and full of love. He just wants to be in a lap. Eric would make a great pet for any family. He would be a dog that would enjoy walks. He would enjoy chasing a ball. This is a dog for somebody that doesn't want to just lay around and be a couch potato all the time. If you've maybe got a New Year's resolution to get more activity in your life, to go walking around the track or around town or jogging, this is the dog for you.
Also, speaking, now that we have a dog out, the 2012 dog licenses are now available, right?
Yes.
And they're required.
Yes, they are required in the ordinance. They're $3 a dog tag. And also, if you have over 5 dogs, we need to come out and inspect, nothing major, and then get your kennel tags because we are enforcing them for the new year.
That's good information to know, and what we want you to remember about Eric is that he is available. He's just waiting on his forever family, and you can find out more about him by calling or coming by the Pike County Animal Shelter. We're here with Reba right now, and you can tell where Reba got her name. She's a redhead. Reba is a female. How old is she?
She's about 2 years old. She's a Jack Russell Chihuahua mix. Reba's been here since November the 17th. That's a very long time. This is January. Long time in a shelter. I'll be the first one to tell you I am getting worried about Reba. She really needs out of here. She's very sweet in the cage. She's a little scared right now, but in the kennel, she loves to jump. She loves to play, loves her toys, very energetic, and loves people, loves dogs. Great dog, great dog.
And she's full grown.
She is full grown.
And doesn't weigh more than about 10 pounds?
No, I would say
maybe?
10, 12 pounds, yeah.
Reba is a sweet girl, and while she's a little bit intimidated about being on camera, she is a dog that would enjoy playing and chewing toys, obviously eating treats since she just ate them all. But the thing I found about little dogs like this and these particular breeds, she might do fine in a small space. She doesn't necessarily need a lot of yard or a lot of room, and she might be good even for older people.
Yeah.
So you think she could make it as an apartment dog quite easily?
I think that would be great. Yeah.
Reba. I wish she'd show her ears because, boy, they're cute when they stick up. Reba is available for adoption and for fostering, and if you'd like to know more about how that program works, I'm sure that Kristen or somebody at the shelter could explain that.
Call us here at the shelter if you're interested in fostering. You can ask for me or talk to whoever. The number is 606-432-6293. And just say you're interested in fostering, and we'll get you set up.
And again, you're here Tuesday
through Saturday 10 to 4.
And remember, too, you can ask about any specific dog or cat.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not a matter of saying, I'm willing to foster, and they'll just put one with you.
Right.
You can choose, and you can say what would work for you. So if Reba has captured your heart, as she has so many others, just call and ask about Reba, who right now is ready to inspect a toy.
And you can also view our animals, their adoptable pets, at petfinder.com and view what we have online. We've got several to choose from.
We're at the Pike County Animal Shelter, and with me is Jeanne, a cat available for adoption up here. Kristen, tell us a little bit about Jeanne.
Jeanne is a domestic medium-haired female cat. She's probably around 2 or 3, not really sure, but she was a stray. She's been here since November, which is a long time in a cage for a cat. She loves toys. She's litter box trained. She'd make someone a really good home. Cats really take care of themselves, so they're not high maintenance. She'd be really good for older people or, older kids. And she's a wonderful cat, though.
Look at those eyes. She really looks right into your soul, doesn't she?
Yeah, and she's not like the normal tiger cat. She's mixed with something. I don't know if it's Himalayan or Persian, but she's got a little mushed-in face a little bit. Mm-hmm. But she's unique looking compared to the other cats.
Well, if you'd like to know more about Jeanne, you could ask about adopting her or fostering her. You can call the Pike County Animal Shelter or come by during any of the hours that the shelter's open. And we'd love to get you hooked up with Jeanne. I've got Domino, and Domino is at the Pike County Animal Shelter. She is a young female. About how old?
She's about 12, 14 weeks old.
Still just a baby, but a beautiful girl. And she's here with her brother, right?
Yes, she's here with her brother, Midnight. He's the same age, 12, 14 weeks. And they were brought in as strays. They just were found in December. Kittens usually go really fast. These guys, they still need a home. Very sweet, very playful. If somebody could possibly take both of them and keep them together, that'd be wonderful. But if not, just come down, see which one you like better, see which one matches you, and take it home, give it a home.
They're like Jell-O. There's always room for one more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can squeeze 2 in, but they would do all right if you separated them. These kittens are both pretty calm. I mean, they've been in a cage, but coming out here has been kind of like, this is nice. So they're laid back.
They're more laid back. You give them toys. They do romp around in the cage. They love to play, and they play with each other. They'll actually slap the ball back and forth to each other. It's really comical to watch. But yeah, they're very loving cats. They're not the cats that's scared to death, but they'll love on you.
Well, Domino's got quite a purr going on.
This one does.
Midnight does too.
Yes.
And the Pike County Animal Shelter has got hours now that are pretty convenient for people to come by.
We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 4. And if you're interested in them, you can call us. If you're interested in fostering, you can call us and tell us you're interested in fostering. 606-432-6293. And we'll get you set up with that, or just come down during working hours.
Also, like I say, it's 527 Lycans Creek Road, and their signage makes it very easy to locate this place.
Yes, yeah.
Off the main road, and then on up the road here.
Remember, Midnight and Domino are both available. They could be adopted or fostered, and you could specifically ask about these or any of the other pets at the Pike County Animal Shelter by calling, coming by, or going online.
Yeah, you can go online at petfinder.com and view all of our adoptable pets there. We've got several to choose from, so just get on there or come down, either way you want to do it, and just try to help us out. We've got a lot of good animals here. These guys are great, but we do have a lot more that needs out of here and needs a good home.
We're at the Pike County Animal Shelter, and with us is Bobby Sue. Kristen, what's Bobby's story?
Bobby Sue's been here since later in December. It was a stray. They didn't want dogs, so we ended up with Bobby Sue. She's a female. She's about 8-9 weeks old. I want to say she's like a Beagle and Rottie mix, so it's hard to tell you if she's going to be large, so I'm going to say a medium-sized dog. Bobby Sue is also bobtail.
Well, let's just check that out. Let's just see. Oh, sure enough.
Yeah.
Not much of a tail there.
It's like half of a bobtail.
Well, she is an adorable little girl and so sweet, ready to just settle in and be very cuddly in your lap. And the red bandana is really styling and profiling on her, I have to say. You're probably right, I think, about the medium size. She doesn't have huge paws, so I don't think she's going to be a really big dog. And remember, if you adopt Bobby Sue, she'll be spayed, so there's no unwanted puppies, and she'll give you lots of puppy kisses. And if you have never smelled puppy breath, you just don't know what you're missing. She's got great puppy breath. Wave to them, Bobby Sue.
The adoption fee is $50 for Bobby Sue. That's for all of our animals, all the dogs and puppies. That includes the first shots, first deworming, the spay or neuter, Pike County dog tag, and a bag of food. And yes, they do have to be spayed and neutered. It's mandatory. And you can call us if you're interested at 606-432-6293 or visit the website at petfinder.com and just view all of our adoptable pets.
Remember, too, Bobby Sue is a young puppy. She's going to need to be housebroken and get some training so that she's a good canine citizen, and that's readily available.
Yeah, and she's at the perfect age to do all that. Only 8-9 weeks old, perfect age.
At the Pike County Animal Shelter, this is Skipper, a female who's been here for quite a while. She's a little bitty dog, but she's full grown, right?
Yes, she is full grown. She's about 3 years old, give, take a little bit. We're saying Jack Russell mix, but I had somebody actually come in and look at her and said she's a Skipper Key mix, or close to full, so I'm not really familiar with that breed. But she has been here since November the 17th. She was turned in because she was a stray and they didn't want dogs.
Well, you know, she may not be a Skipper Key or a Jack Russell or anything else. What she is a lovable creature who needs a home. She's a beautiful girl and got a sweet personality.
Yes. She's about 10, 12 pounds. She's been caged up for so long. When volunteers come down, I try to let them walk the dogs that's been here the longest. So she's one of them, but she's just been in a cage way too long. She needs a loving family that'll take her in their house and make her a part of the family.
Skipper is what we're calling her, since there's that potential for her to be a Skipper Key dog. I think they're all black, so she's obviously a mix if she is one. But the thing is, this is a sweet girl who's obviously very smart because she figured out where the treats were in no time. And she would really make a wonderful pet for somebody. These dogs generally are so smart and very easy to housebreak. They're clean little dogs.
She's her and her roommate, which is a Jack Russell mix that's in with her, very, very clean in their kennel. Very clean dogs.
And remember, at her age, she's already completely grown. This is a dog that's not going to take up much space. She's not going to need a big, huge yard to roam in. Dogs like this generally are happy to be in the house with you almost all the time, with an occasional trip outside to go potty. Other than that, not a lot to do.
No. And she is bobtail, so that's where the mix comes in, whatever she's mixed with. She is bobtail, so, and she's low maintenance. She's shorter hair.
And she can do circus tricks. If you'd like to know more about Skipper, and you could foster Skipper, you don't have to commit to an adoption right off the bat. You could call the Pike County Animal Shelter to get more information on how that works, and we'd love to get you set up with it.
You can call us at 606-432-6293. Visit petfinder.com, view all of our adoptable pets. Come down, we'll show you all the pets, and if it's not Skipper that you like, I'm sure you'll find something. And the adoption fee is $50. That includes the first shots, first deworming, the spay or neuter, Pike County dog tag, and a bag of food. And yes, they do have to be spayed or neutered.
We're at the Pike County Animal Shelter with Velvet. Velvet is a female, and Kristen, tell us a little bit about Velvet here.
Velvet is a female already fixed. She came in already fixed. She's a Labrador Retriever. She's 4 years old, give, take a little bit. Very well mannered. She knows how to sit. You just got to get onto her, where she's been in a shelter since October the 21st. She's been here very extremely long time to be in a shelter setting and caged up, but the owners, they just couldn't take care of her anymore, so that's why she's here. She still has a lot of life to her, a lot of play. She loves toys, she loves to jump, so I don't really recommend smaller children, because she is a large dog and she would knock them down just by playing. She loves other dogs, she loves people. There's really nothing negative to say about her at all.
You know, I can see Velvet right now going to the lake this summer. She would love it. These dogs are water dogs. So if you hang out at the lake or have a boat, you really ought to think about Velvet. Like you said, she's still quite young, so she's got a lot of living to do. And who knows, for that matter, she may even be a good retriever and hunt for somebody.
These are smart dogs.
Yes, they are.
Very intelligent. And she needs she does need a fenced-in yard. She needs exercise. You don't want her to just sit around and get lazy. She loves to play, and she just needs somebody to be a little bit active with her.
I noticed that she's kept her girlish figure the whole time she's
been
here.
She has.
She's definitely got some curves going on, but she could use some exercise. And remember that she's here at the shelter, and if you're watching and thinking, I'd like to help Velvet, but I'm not sure that I can take her forever, you could come by and just walk her and give her some exercise and give her an opportunity to get out of her cage a little more often.
We do need volunteers. If you're interested in volunteering, you don't have to call. You can, but you absolutely do not have to. Just show up. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 4. If you're wanting to volunteer before 10 o'clock, we open at 10 to the public. We have to be here at 8 o'clock, so if you want to be here at 8, just come and knock and we'll let you in.
Well, here's the thing that amazes me about a dog like Velvet. This was someone's pet for 4 years. They probably had her from a puppy. She had a family, she had a home, and while they're very smart dogs, she has no idea why she's ended up here, which is, as good a care as can be provided. It's still kind of like going to jail.
Yeah.
She doesn't know why she's not at home anymore. And if you have some space in your home or in your heart, you could make all the difference in the world for a dog like this. All she really needs probably is a big comfy bed and a couple of chew bones, and she would make the most wonderful pet for the rest of her life, which probably is going to be another 8 to 10 years. Yeah. So maybe you need to call about Velvet at the Pike County Animal Shelter, or come by and visit with her and get to know her.
Was she an owner surrender?
She was an owner give up. They couldn't care for her no more. They actually brought her and another dog in, and we do still have her sibling. Well, it's not really sibling, but her roommate. We do still have her also. And just to leave you with this, an animal staying caged up as long as she has since October the 21st, you got a lot of things that could happen. She could turn aggressive, just being caged up, go crazy, kennel crazy. She could get sick, get depressed. We don't want that, and she's such a good dog. That's why her and her roommate are still here. So she's urgent, and she does need out of here. And where she came in already fixed, Instead of the $50 adoption, she is going to be only $25,
Wow.
and that's included where she's already came in. She's up to date on shots. That will include a bag of food and the dog tag.
Please call the Pike County Animal Shelter and ask about Velvet. This is Lucy, and Lucy's at the Pike County Animal Shelter, and right now she is a little excited to be out of her kennel. Lucy loves treats, likes toys. She is a fairly young female,
Yeah,
right?
she's about 2-3 years old. She's a Lab Beagle mix. She's been here since October the 14th, a very long time at the shelter. Lucy, although you're seeing her kind of active right now, Lucy is getting depressed in her kennel where she's been caged up for a long time. That could lead to other problems whenever they're caged for a long time. They could get aggressive towards people just getting tired of being caged up.
And that's not uncommon in dogs that are at the shelter for a long time.
No, if you do have a dog that you need to get rid of, please, whatever you do, try to find it a home on your own. Because, you know, I try to save everything, but this is very stressful for a dog or a cat.
You know, I think people have a misconception sometimes that, oh, I'll just take this animal to the shelter and the problem is solved. And what they don't realize is that they're creating a whole lot more problem.
Yeah.
A dog like Lucy, who's friendly, good with people, good with other dogs, has everything in the world going for her, comes here and spends too much time here, and sadly, it can be her ruination, and we don't want to see that happen.
No, we don't.
She would make a great pet for somebody, and especially when you think about the fact that she's been here since
October the 14th.
It's a long time.
And the adoption fee is $50. That includes the first shots, the first deworming, the spay, Pike County dog tag, and a bag of food. She would have to be spayed definitely. And, you know, $50 isn't a lot to save a dog's life and get it in a good home.
Well, when you look into those brown eyes, you recognize that she's trusting us to take care of everything. She's unable to finish this process. We've got to be the ones to find her a home, the ones to take care of any of her medical needs, make sure that she's safe and warm and well fed. And Pike County Animal Shelter is doing all they can do, but we need people who are watching this program to step in and really help.
Yeah.
You know, I saw where people who live alone, not only for companionship, dogs are great for protection of their property. They'll ward off potential bad people.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think studies show even a small dog will deter people from coming in. Nobody wants a little ankle biter to go after.
And plus, not only that, but it keeps you company. Dogs are really loyal.
Yeah, it's not the same going into an empty house and going into a house with a pet.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd like to know more about Lucy, please call or come by the Pike County Animal Shelter and think about saving a life.
We're at the Pike County Animal Shelter, and with me is Popeye. And you said that Popeye was one of your special needs animals, Kristen.
Popeye has been here actually since December, back in early December. Popeye's a male. He's about 12 weeks old or so. He actually came in. He was very congested, upper respiratory infection really bad. His eyes was matted shut, couldn't breathe out his nose. On normal cases, we can't take anything to the vet to get it treated, and rescues help us with that. But one of my employees actually hid the cat and put it on medicine, and the cat reappeared after it was off medicine for about a week, and it's also got one eye. It's blind out of one eye. And that employee really fell in love with it. Popeye is excellent condition, but we prefer, and he does need to stay in the house.
You know, one of the things amazing to me about animals, cats and dogs, is how resilient they are. The loss of an eye would throw any of us for a loop.
Oh, yeah.
They tend to just adjust and move right on,
Yeah.
and it really is not much of a disability. You're right, it would be much better for him to stay inside because he's lost some peripheral vision, but for the most part, it makes no difference to them.
Oh, he's completely normal.
Well, he's purring.
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
he's sweet.
He's completely normal. He just, can't see out of an eye. But as far as being a kitten, he's full kitten. He loves his toys, loves to slap at you, playing. He loves to play.
And one of the things that I'm glad you brought up is that we did have a shelter employee who went above and beyond and kind of took the personal route to save this kitten's life. That's wonderful to know. The people here are really caring and want to make sure that these animals get their best chance. And we hope that those of you who are watching will fall right in line there too. If you'd like to know more about Popeye, would like to foster or adopt, call the Pike County Animal Shelter.
You can contact us at 606-432-6293. You can also view our pets, adoptable pets, online at petfinder.com. And if you're interested in anything, call us, come down, whatever's good for you. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 4.
We're at the Pike County Animal Shelter with Bo, and Bo is a little bit unhappy.
No, yes, he's very unhappy. He's about 6-7 years old. He's a hound mix. When he came in back in November, he was very shy. He's come out of the shyness just a little bit, but where he's been caged up, certain dogs, a week could be too long to be caged up. It's definitely too long for him to be caged up. All he does is lay there. He is getting depressed.
And dogs get depressed just like people do.
Yes, they do.
In some ways, it seems even worse because they can't tell you about it. They can't talk their way through it. They don't know why they're depressed. But when you see a dog get in the shape that Bo's in, what breaks my heart is that it's actually not that hard to bring him out of it.
Right.
What he really needs is just to go home with somebody and have a more relaxed environment where he's not around a whole lot of other dogs and he gets a little more attention instead of, having to just be fed and cleaned up after. How long again has he been here?
Since November.
And for Bo, that's too long.
Yeah.
He's a young dog and in really good physical shape, but emotionally
He's not in
so
good
much.
shape. He's an excellent dog. I recommend, I got smaller kids, I recommend kids around him. He just needs to get out of this environment, out of the cage. He does get walked by volunteers, but it's just not enough. He does need out of here into a good home. And I think whoever gets him will be very satisfied.
The thing to remember about a dog like Bo, if you're watching right now and thinking, well, that might be a lot to take on, in all truthfulness, it's not.
No.
It's just a matter of getting him home, getting him settled in, and he will begin to recognize he's in a safe place and that it's his home, and the depression will lift, and you'll begin to see his true personality.
Yeah.
He's obviously a very good boy. All we need to do is get him out of the shelter, and we could also do that by fostering him. Maybe you can't make a commitment, or maybe you know that in 3 months you've got to go out of town and don't know how you'd handle him. He could be fostered.
Yeah, absolutely. You can call us if you're interested in fostering or come down. You can call us at 606-432-6293, even if you're interested in volunteering. But yeah, if you're interested in fostering him or any other dogs, you can also view our dogs at petfinder.com and just let us know. And yeah, I would like to either get him adopted, get him to a foster home. I just want him out of the cage.
Did you mention, is he already fixed?
No, he's not already fixed. If you're wanting to adopt, it would be $50. That includes the first shots, first deworming, the spay or neuter, Pike County dog tag, and a bag of food. But yes, they would definitely be fixed.
Bo, we're going to find you a home. So what we need people to do who are watching right now is call the Pike County Animal Shelter and say, I want to help Bo.
We're at the Pike County Animal Shelter here with Ginger. Kristen, what's Ginger's
story. Ginger has been here since November the 10th, along with her roommate that's also been here since November the 10th. She was brought in as a stray because they didn't need a dog. She's a Husky Lab mix. She's got one blue eye, and she's a female, and she's about 10, 11 months old, so she's got just a hair bit of growing to do, but she's pretty well grown, very sweet. She's not leash broke that well, so she needs a little bit of work, but she's very sweet, loves to play, loves balls. She's a very energetic dog.
But I'm not sure that Ginger likes being at the shelter.
Ginger does not like being at the shelter. She is getting depressed. The longer they stay here, the more depressed they get, or they can actually turn aggressive towards people or other dogs. Some animals adjust well, some don't. She's one of the many that does not adjust well.
She's actually very sweet, and believe it or not, we almost went ahead and let her get all the way in my lap. She's not all that big. She may be a Husky Lab mix, but I'd call her a medium dog.
Yeah, she's a medium-sized dog.
And her fur is her coat is particularly soft.
Yeah.
I guess that's the Husky maybe, but I imagine she's water repellent. She is a beautiful girl and very sweet, and I hope you're getting a great shot of those eyes because they are really incredible. She would be such a good family dog for somebody.
Yeah, she would. And she's, like I said, I'm guessing about 10, 11 months old. She's really young still. And she's out of that puppy stage. Can't make no promises that she's not going to chew nothing, but she's out of the bad puppy stages and chewing every shoe in your house and everything else. So she's out of that stage, but she's still very trainable, and she'd make somebody a really, really good family dog.
We think it's interesting sometimes that people really gravitate to the puppies because puppies are a lot of work.
Yeah.
They can chew up everything in the house, and you got more potty training to do. It's just like raising a child.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I'm actually glad you mentioned that because we have a lot of people, oh, that's a cute little fluffy puppy. And we try to tell people you got the puppy stage to go through, the chewing and everything. Once we adopt out an animal here, I really hate to see them come back. I mean, that's just terrible. And the majority of our puppies, whenever they do come back, they chewed up something. That's the puppy. And
that's what puppies do.
I've got pamphlets out there to give to people to explain the puppy stage, the chewing and everything. But really, people need to really think before they adopt a puppy. Think of everything you got to go through. It is like a child. You've got to train them.
If you're not prepared for that, go for a slightly older dog.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot simpler. Yeah. Just remember this, that your expensive briefcase or shoe looks no different than a chew toy to a dog if it's in the floor.
Right. And if you can't handle the chewing that dogs all potentially do, try a cat. They take care of themselves. Easy maintenance. Very easy.
Well, Ginger is waiting for somebody to call about her or come and see her at the Pike County Animal Shelter. We hope you'll call and help her, give her a chance to shine a little bit and get out of feeling kind of depressed about being at the shelter. Remember, it's on Lycans Creek Road right here in Pike County, and we'd love to have you check on Ginger today. Well, this is Leon, the red bone coonhound, and we're at the Pike County Animal Shelter, and Leon is one big personality is what he is. How old is he, Kristen?
Leon's about no more than 3 years old. Very energetic. And
really?
He's
I can't tell.
He's very energetic, so if you want a laid-back dog, we've got others to choose because this one is not laid back. He loves to play, loves his toys. And yes, he is the hound, so yes, he does howl, he does bark. So if you want a companion that'll let you know if somebody's knocking on the door, because you're keeping him indoors if you want.
Leon's the guy for you.
He's the guy for you.
I'd say if you want somebody who will run through the mountains with you, Leon is the guy for you.
Absolutely.
Maybe if you want somebody to tree a coon,
and
Leon is the guy for you.
He's probably the guy for you. And a lot of hunters think that just because the hunt dogs come to a shelter, they're not worth hunting anymore. That is not true whatsoever. I have several people that comes back later after adopting a beagle, a hound, or whatnot, and they say what good hunters they are. So the getting them fixed does not interfere with their hunting like some of the old timers say. And it would be $50 to adopt Leon. It's that includes first shots, first deworming, the spay or neuter, Pike County dog tag, and a bag of food. And yes, he does have to be fixed.
He's also very smart because Cindy's holding the treats in her palm, and he's coming over here and forcing his nose into my palm.
He figures somebody's holding treats somewhere. Well, Leon is a really, really amazing dog. He's beautiful, he's strong, he's healthy, he's got a lot of personality. He's going to make a great pet, but he also might actually make a good hunting dog.
Yeah.
Will that dog hunt? We don't know, but he probably will.
He probably will. He probably will. He loves to, whenever he does get outside, when volunteers are here, to walk our dogs and stuff, he does like to run. So if you're a volunteer that loves to run, come down and I'll put you up with him and you can run him down the road.
Oh, that'd be
great.
great.
Or you can adopt him and take him home and run him.
Yeah. He does need to get more exercise than he can get while here at the shelter. So think about calling or going online to look at Redbone here, Leon Redbone that is, find out a little bit more about him, and he's at the Pike County Animal Shelter. We hope you'll take care of him today.
We're at the Pike County Animal Shelter, and this is Satin. Kristen, what's Satin's story here?
Satin came in along with another dog. They came in the 21st of October, which is a very long time at a shelter. She isn't the youngest dog. I'm guessing she's about 4+ years old. She's already been fixed. It's a female, already been spayed, so she's ready to go. The adoption fee on her, where she did come in already fixed, would only be $25. So hopefully you can find it in your heart to come down and put her in your home. She's very sweet. Like I said, she has been here since October the 21st. She is a lot more depressed in the kennel than her friend that came in with her. She's doing nothing but laying around in the kennel. She's not active in the kennel. She's not sick or anything. She's just depressed. When an animal comes in, some adjust well here. The majority, they just don't adjust here. So if, to everybody listening, if you've got an animal of your own to bring in, you really care for it and want the best for it. Not that we wouldn't be good to it or the best for it, but they really stress out here. And try to find a home yourself first and keep it out of a shelter setting. And you wouldn't believe the changes, that makes.
She has a very unique coat, too.
She does. I was going to say that. You can see brindle in here, and there's some red, and then the white patches. She's an unusual dog. I love the one up, one down ear thing. Yeah. That's really cute.
We're guessing, everybody here at the shelter, the employees and even helpers and volunteers, we're guessing like shepherd mix. It can't really tell you exactly what she is.
Who knows?
I can tell you she's very sweet.
She is a very sweet dog, and not a really, really big dog either.
No.
More medium size. She looked at me as if to say, that's right, I am a medium dog. She's a beautiful girl. She still has a lot of living to do. And my guess is, other than being just a little bit depressed after being in the shelter, all she really needs is some space and some time on her own with a family, and she'll come right around. Satin is a smart girl, clearly. She's scoped us out and figured out where everything is here. She's also been good about looking into the camera, so she's really trying to make an appeal to somebody to check her out. So she's smart, friendly, easygoing, laid back. She'll be spayed and ready to go if you'll just call.
She's already fixed.
Oh, she is
already fixed.
So call or come by and see Satin. It's a sad thing that she spent her whole life living with a family, and for whatever reason, they had to bring her here. She doesn't know why. She doesn't know what she did wrong. So let's give her a chance to have a good family life again. Call the Pike County Animal Shelter and ask about Satin.
All of the animals on today's show are available for adoption at the Pike County Animal Shelter, 527 Likens Creek Road in Pikeville. Call them anytime at 423-6293. And the Pike County Animal Shelter has some needs for donations, and volunteers are needed. For more information, contact Kristen at 606-423-6293. The Adopt a Pet Show is a production of Pike TV in cooperation with the Pike County Fiscal Court.